are now live. Welcome to Chicken.
Wouldn't it be more like clucking? Because you know it's chickens.
I'm gonna cluck on the start streaming button.
Amazing.
And then post a couple of clucks to twitter.com, to clucker.com, with my chicken scratch handwriting. And then I'm gonna eat delicious chicken. A lot of stupid ways to involve chicken into this.
Four Tails Funhouse is live now. Oh man, you're so cute.
Alright, let's see. Hook and why solve the case. Tweet.
You mean cluck?
Chirp, chirp. Alright, let's see. Alright, tweet's made. I'm gonna hit continue, and then...
Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything
I think
good,
it's time for us to analyze the clues and try and figure this
like a
out.
horror movie.
I was thinking the
Go
same.
cocks and bastards!
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
Oh, assigned chicken at birth. Okay. So, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like that is one weird fucking mural. It's even labeled weird mural. I feel like we're pretty close to the end of the game here. So, I think before we really get too much further into this, Hook and I should consult the notes and try and figure this out.
Consult the nuts.
I didn't say it like that. I said it normal. Consult
I
the
wanted
notes.
to say it like that. I want to consult the nut.
Consult the notes. Consult the notes. Let's not. Let's consult the notes like regular chickens.
Consult the notes?
Yes. Okay, so
Alright.
reminding ourselves of what's happened. What's her name? Natasha Ketsenko is receiving not quite death threats, but vague threats of the word whore written in red in various threatening manners. Right before the end, last time, we learned that her husband, or possibly boyfriend, and not husband, Evan Wessler, is a gangster, had a twin brother, and that twin brother was in an insane asylum. And possibly Evan then offed the guy.
Okay, my turn to analyze like a true chicken.
So we don't have much of a motive for why someone is doing this to Natasha yet. We just have mysteries, but I feel like it's not gonna be too far to guess that Natasha was actually responsible for trying to murder Ibn's brother. Because question mark? Dang it, this was a shower thought that definitely felt like it had more merit from what we knew previously. But like I was
No, Ryan become robot.
What? How?
Oh my god.
How about now?
Fix.
Knew it. It's always because Discord servers are having a problem. Just bump your Discord server in the voice channel to a different region, and it's fine. Anyway, wild off-the-wall theories on this. Natasha is the one that ordered the hit on Ibn Wessler's twin brother, and Ibn Wessler's twin brother survived and didn't die. Possibly by chewing off his own hand because he's a rat. I'm not 100%
Biting the hand that feeds you.
But it's your own hand. I'm not 100% convinced that the person who had the wristband is actually dead. Because we didn't really... Zip says it was a corpse. I'm not sure Zip was paying that much attention. Anyway.
Yeah, because it's covered in blood.
It was covered in blood, it came in a bag, he just kind of dumped it in the hive where he assumed and didn't see that the hive creatures would just obliterate and or eat the corpse immediately.
I want to eat a corpse.
Well, that's what food is. Unless it's like rocks.
Yeah, but I don't mean like. Oh my god! I just realized my little fucking name keeps appearing when my thing is idling. Wow, I did a shit job of setting these up last night.
It's alright. Oh, your name's on the top right there. Okay, that's weird. We'll figure it out. We can adjust them later.
Yeah.
Anyway. I think that's actually as much clue as we got.
Hook yes!
It's time to look at this weird mural. Never mind, it's much less a weird mural as it is propaganda because this is the God King himself. It is time for us to commit crimes.
This picture.
It's very
Special?
Hi, Tim.
Hi Tim, hi Tanuki.
This picture.
Nope,
Special?
that's the same thing. Y'all don't have any actual comments on this picture other than this picture is somehow like the only thing in color that we've seen that's not red. And or Miss Katsenko's eyes.
This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no, no, no. poor devil.
It doesn't matter how big a star you once
Remember,
were.
everybody, take care and
Ending up
exercise your
lonely and
brain
crazy in a rotting
regularly.
insane asylum in the middle of nowhere is like the universe restoring its balance.
That was very poetic of you, Marty. Almost deep. Careful you don't drown.
Cluck you.
Exercise your brain and you won't go insane into old age.
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt
Okay.
those woods.
Tanuki,
Ooh, Sonny,
what's a brain?
you're creeping
Alright,
me out.
I got some bad news for you. Or good news, depending on how cool this is. What you think is your body is actually a mech suit piloted by a bunch of jello inside. In a little calcium can. Protected. That's you. You're the jello. And the rest is meat-powered bone armor. It's pretty awesome.
Meat-powered bone armor also... The bones are kind of made of meat.
I mean, a little bit.
They've got marrow inside them.
But Azure...
Marrow is meat.
But Azure... Marrow is meat. It... Kind of? You can fly through space. Not for long, but you can fly through space. Is humans a soup or a salad? Let's see. Does soup in a
Sandwich.
bread bowl still count as soup? I'm pretty sure it's a sandwich because you got the It's a ravioli. Humans is a ravioli because you got your goop surrounded by bone on all sides, not just top and bottom. Anyway, time to talk to this nurse whose chest is at exactly
like an angel
face
from
height to the rest of
heaven.
everybody in this game.
Yeah, half of her's still up there, I think.
That's
Meat and
rude.
bone cake.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Of all the great wild ones,
Greetings, miss.
is it really you?
Well, yes.
Yes, it really is you, the chicken police.
This is
I'm
the lady we
afraid
talked
so.
to on the phone, who
Oh,
definitely
that's
sounded exactly
Marie
like
and
this at the
Chloe.
time.
That's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
She's definitely
Miss, we'd
losing
like
it a
to
little
ask-
bit from working here.
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really, really, really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
We really...
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Okay,
Are you
but
okay, miss?
Yes, I
would it be
am.
illegal
I just
to
need
draw
some
us in the outfits of the
air.
chicken police?
some dear
Probably not. Neither of them are
detectives,
actually like police uniforms.
Santino and Martin.
True.
What can I do for
And I
you?
still want to draw
Well,
us
miss,
as
we
the
have some questions, if you don't
as the
mind.
main characters from
I'd
Disco
love
Elysium.
to answer all of your questions,
That would be cool.
detectives.
I have actually at this point had several Disco Elysium themed dreams, and they are all weird as fuck. I've only played through Disco Elysium once, but it's apparently stuck with me really, really hard. Like,
Fuck the hat.
so to be, yeah, Hook. If you were to draw us as in those outfits, you'd have to just replace the animal heads with photorealistic fox and coyote.
Say,
So
miss,
I
what can
need
you tell us
to
about this place?
find
Our institution was standing
scrunkliest
even before the
coyote?
Great Meat War,
Yes.
and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on
All right.
treating injured minds
All right.
under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32
Hello, Blur.
residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist,
Yote
researcher,
tote hook.
patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
Okay. So, Yote Tote Hook, is that in fact the coyote in a purse that you posted earlier today? Was that earlier today? Yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I post it all the time.
Ah, okay. So how haven't you drawn yourself as that yet?
But I have lots of stuff to do,
That's fair.
and I forget.
Very fair.
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho... what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission
Can't believe
of the
all
century,
games come
Mr.
back to
McKicken.
Psychonauts.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
He doesn't
He's
have time.
swamped, is he?
We called ahead.
Exactly,
He knew
Mr.
we were
Featherland.
coming and wanted to
He is
ask
very,
questions.
Very, very busy. All the time.
Or maybe
I
Miranda
thought
wanted
so.
to keep us all to herself.
Now, what can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything
But when
like it?
will an
course.
overly
Our
ecstatic
residents
girl
wear
want to
these
keep
for
us to
identification.
herself?
But how did
Huh?
you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents, but I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us.
It's
the
us.
Chicken Police.
The chicken police.
Sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
Well, it
Oh, we
basically
won't.
confirms what we
I promise.
deduced earlier, so it's not particularly like she
So
told
when can
us
we talk to
specifically.
Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
Yay!
We should go to reception first. Let them know we're here.
I want to look at the mural again.
This picture.
Well, it must have been made by one of the patients, so it's understandable.
It's the handiwork
Just tell
of
them you
our
like the
director.
colors.
He's
There
not
are
only
so
a
many of them.
scientist, but he's a great painter too.
I see.
Well, it's lovely to have a hobby, right?
That's right, Marty.
Interesting. The doctor being
The
a
fox
painter.
is cute.
The fox is cute, but also he's the king because the king of the city, town, nation, whatever, is the fox, and everybody's kind of like, we don't really like living under a monarchy because this fuckwad doesn't do anything for us at all. Shit's going south real bad.
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office.
Lucky us.
Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared. and we're really, really worried.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Exactly. Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I
Stinky,
already
stinky
sensed
snake.
your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell, and birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry,
yeah.
Mason. Your
Luckily, we're
motivation's
living in
done for.
civilized times.
Lucky.
We gotta find mine
Please
before we can
take
find
a
yours.
seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
A case of everybody's missing motivation.
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense.
Interesting, considering he's got his own paintings around the rest of...
Why do you have bars on your windows?
Because it's a room like all the others, and I'm just an animal too, like all our residents.
With the significant difference of you being a doctor and not a patient. Am I right?
It's not as big of a difference as you'd think.
Maybe we're all crazy here, and I just paid thousands of dollars to get a degree. Can we look at both sets of
Is
walls?
this cell like,
We
like
can
the
look at
others?
both sets of walls
I
individually.
would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
Okay, Sam and Max would not get along with these two because there was a car chase scene earlier, and my first thought was, ah yes, take the gun, shoot the guy who's shooting at us instead of the car that they're driving. And then the game was like, no, you idiot, police don't go around murdering people. Shoot the car, disable the car, and I'm like, so it's gonna be that kind of game. Sam and Max would not get along with these hooligans. Not enough chaos.
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea. Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane?
It wasn't the driver. It was the guy leaning out of the right window with a gun, with a machine gun
Normal?
pointed at us.
Or
So like,
are you? Maybe neither of us.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
but also you're right.
If
Max
you
would definitely go
like,
for the
I can
maximum
give you an
chaos option.
appointment.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up.
All right.
A snake. I can't help it, but they make my feathers stand on end.
To be honest,
Time to move
gentlemen,
on.
your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
Yeah, we
What an
called ahead.
introduction.
That tends to happen when you
Please
call
forgive
ahead.
me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuous Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal. to
Dr.
keep it
Pretzel, because I'm a snake and I'm into
The
being
name
tied
is
up.
Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from...
From the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, Detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know it's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
This is gonna lead us right into another trap.
Yes, why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you.
Oh, okay, that was another part of the
Course, I'm at
off-the-wall
your
batshit
service.
insane theory.
But you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
The Albert Wessler that disappeared from the insane asylum here is actually the real Ibn Wessler, and the current Ibn Wessler is actually Albert and took his brother's place and had him had the real Ibn Wessler committed and captured and held here. And the real Ibn Wessler, being captured and held here against his will, is out for revenge. That was where it came in. That was where my spark of brilliance was.
That?
Not even if it's a matter
Yeah.
of life and death.
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not
And Natasha
the body.
Katzenko is the mastermind of that whole
I'd like to
bullshit.
give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Okay.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
For quite some time, his first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
Interesting.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion.
Dynasty.
Construction started during the occupation.
Royal
in 622.
Dinner-sty.
Then
The
it
royal
stood
pigsty.
empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance.
Okay. I kind of feel like they're setting this game up to be like a serial of some sort. You have this one, and then, like, this is Chicken Police, subtitle, paint it red. So I feel like they're gonna try, if this game is successful enough, to make another one. Yeah, like Weetabix.
Weet-Bix!
I feel like things going up as far as the crown is going to be a thread left hanging for this. Hardly anyone has actually talked about the king outside of, like, just a couple of anecdotes about, yep, there's a king. Yep, there's a little bit of underlying underlying tension between people who don't want to have a king anymore and the king. Well, you're not focused on any of it at all. It'd be really out of left field in the very end to come back to this.
Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Also,
you can
I
be
relate
sure
to
about
that snake.
I'd
Inheriting
gladly
an
get you two
asylum.
together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, time to question the guy.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle. So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It's fairly
It was
recent,
not
all
long
things
after
considered.
New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short
Did we have a date
periods
for
of
the
time.
Bloody New Year's
What was
Eve
your
that the
first
Chicken Police are
impression
famous
of
for?
I already knew.
Was that
the
4 years
Wessler
ago,
name.
or was that
I knew who they were.
further in the
Or at
past?
least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler.
I'm
He was
not
famous
actually sure. I don't remember that.
gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
I do not like the
What was
snake's
your
nose.
first
It's
impression
weird.
of him?
He was silent.
Bumpy.
That's kind of
Observed
racist.
everything that surrounded him. His
Wow.
eyes were
can't
constantly
believe you'd accuse
moving,
me of this.
never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, thanks for
It
coming,
seemed
Azure.
to me
Thanks for
that he
coming.
wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
More of a guest.
How did you see Albert when you first met?
Albert was shy and reserved, like a ghost. He almost never touched anything. It was evident he was exceptionally intelligent. He measured and observed everything around him.
What else?
He was delicate and graceful, almost like a woman. Yes. He was rather feminine. He was an artist, Mr. Featherland, a magnificent painter, and rather good
So what I'm
writer,
hearing
too.
is autistic
Sometimes
trans woman.
I even heard him
Yeah?
sing.
Why did he have to be locked up?
I asked the same thing at first.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared
Plural autistic
mind.
trans individual.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details. When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years
This
ago.
one's gonna be pretty easy
Mr.
to
Hobart Wessler appeared
keep the
and
focus on.
demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained.
So they
I
swap
could almost
places
say
every once in a while.
happy.
That was unusual for him.
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
Interesting.
Did Albert tell you how he felt about the painting?
From the first moment, he loved it. He was fascinated by it. But who could blame him? A little diversity, fresh air, a beautiful lady, and of course, on top of all that, he could finally do what he loved best. Paint.
Which could be a
Paint.
surprisingly effective therapy.
It could have been. Unfortunately, these excursions have greatly intensified his seizures. They have become more frequent and extreme.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures
Every
also
time he
multiplied
came back, he was
and
like a
became
different person.
more
Maybe more
dangerous.
than just the two of them.
More dangerous.
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the
I'm not
painting,
sure I
Mr.
believe the
Featherland.
schizophrenic and or
its
plural
subject.
explanation for
Exactly.
Albert Wessler.
He was obsessed, right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out.
Oh
Or cut
my.
off, I don't know
Okay.
exactly. And he was blinded in one eye. Or rather, one of his eyes was missing.
So maybe
entirely.
not.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Maybe not
Yes.
swapping with each other as much
And
as
they
I had
didn't
assumed
give any
originally.
explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional.
Did the
but
cat
he's
get his
also
tongue?
very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert. Focus, confused.
Confused.
You didn't believe Albert had an accident, is that right?
Of course not. I'm not naive. I knew immediately that Albert had been severely battered, and I was sure it had been his brother, Hobart.
Well, we don't know that, Dr. Quetzal.
Would you defend a monster?
Take it easy, Doc. One of the most critical elements of my job is not to make assumptions.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Featherland. I'm sorry I got carried away.
It's all right. Happens to everyone. Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert's condition after the incident?
Mind your tone, Detective.
Sorry, Doc, but I can see you're disturbed by these memories.
How could I not be? I'm not a monster. We're talking about a mutilated animal here.
So, what was he like after the incident?
Even more silent than ever. No surprise, I suppose. He was not only silent in words, but also in his soul and spirit.
What do you mean by that?
He never painted anything again, and his seizures completely stopped.
It does sound a little bit like a switcheroo has happened though.
Okay. Switcheroo happened at the most recent disappearance, or the second most recent disappearance, and the tongue was torn out to prevent the real Ibn from declaring that he was in fact Ibn after Albert made his power play for the family.
What happened then? How did Albert
With the help
disappear?
of Natasha, probably.
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his
All
fingers
his
had been
methods of
broken
communication
too,
had
so he
been
couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have
removed.
killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. he simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of
Yep,
help.
okay, I
But
think
please,
original
I
Ivan
now
has
must
been
attend to my
sending the
work.
messages.
We understand, Doctor.
And has
Thank you.
escaped. It is out for revenge. Focus accuracy 60%. Bullshit. I was on topic the whole time.
That's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated, he was different.
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
Well, that's, surprising.
It's got
I've
color.
never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
Mason, is that
What
a
the
prediction for
Unmistakable.
one of the big
Yeah.
reveals
This
of
place
things
is
we're gonna
bad
find
for you,
out,
pal.
or is
But
that
if you've
a
already jump-started your beak holes, then
based
sniff out
on
the
they
solution.
keep going back
I'm on
to
it,
the
boss
Wessler
bird.
name gets you special privileges? Because so far, I feel like the Wessler name gets you special privileges because they're a big crime family, and not because they're related to the royal family. Yeah, the Westlers are... Let me see if I can find... Here's Ivan. He's a big old gangster. Real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, information broker, and that's only the half of what I've heard about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld. For a handful of waffles. This looks like a reference to other indie detective game, Inspector Waffles, which is on the list of things to stream at some point.
You know, I don't think he had it so bad in here.
You mean apart from being separated from everyone you love in an ancient mansion filled with madmen?
You're right.
As always.
I'm gonna look at this painting last. I'm gonna look at this writing desk more last.
No way. Is this some kind of puzzle?
I don't think so. But we could still find something important here. A pattern, a sign, anything.
Look at this cute fox.
Fox lady. Little vixen.
Interesting. I'll have to come back to this. There are a lot of eyes. There's a police car. There's stars. There's a lot of stars. There's a cat with a top hat with presumably blood dripping from its mouth.
The style. It's very familiar to me.
You've been lonely for far too long, huh?
Not funny, Marty.
It is, a little.
Okay, time to inspect. Oh,
A small window.
a little window.
A small hope.
Okay, time to inspect the writing desk.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. 2 men and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination, old bird.
So Marty is kind of gay.
Scribbles.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Newspaper articles. Study papers. Poems. Perfect chaos.
And probably open to
Just like the
polyamory.
troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
Look at
All right.
that.
A letter. Time to inspect our inventory items.
Identical twins.
Identical
And
rats.
looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman.
And the letter. I know I don't exist. I don't exist because you don't see me, but I'm not what you think I am. You don't think about me, do you? Never. No. I think of you every day, every minute, always. In my dreams, I have become one with him. One soul. You know who I am thinking about, right? Can you feel it? Can you feel that I am there too? With you? Do you feel it, right? I can't hold it in myself for long. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Please, I'm sorry, but I can't help it. The world is crashing down. The whole world is rotting and rotting. Everything is rotting around me. I have to get out of here, become one with my destiny, and one with you. Forgive me.
Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that. It's a piece of a painting. What do you make of this?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed soon.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
If I'm right, this'll flip the whole case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
Hi, Doctor. We've
So, detectives, have you
we've seen
found
all the
what
shit
you
we
were
need to see,
looking for?
probably.
I'm afraid we have, Doctor. And more.
I wouldn't dare to say I'm happy to hear it, but I'm glad to be of service to you.
Well, thanks, Doc.
I hope I don't offend you by saying I hope we're not going to meet anytime soon.
Not on account of either of our jobs, am I right?
Exactly.
Alright, I think I'm done here. Time to go back home.
Oh, I don't believe this. Those
Oh,
two
look at
again?
these two
Take him
bastards.
out. My car won't last much longer.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
Why is he only using a fucking pistol though?
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
See, I told you Rye would be the driver and I
Blind or
would be
what?
this.
When
I'd
did
be
you learn to
shotgun.
shoot?
Whew. Well, that was close.
A little too close for my
Oh yeah,
taste.
guest appearance by
But it
Mason.
only strengthens my belief. Wessler is
Thanks.
desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done
Or
for.
maybe a bobcat? I don't
Come on,
remember.
What did you work out? Will you tell me already?
They're in
Let's
my...
put the picture together, piece by piece. Let's start from the beginning. So, we got a case.
So we got a case. Natasha... And... Oh, and Ivan and Zavas. What is supposed to go here? I don't remember. An item and a painting. There we go. And a painting piece. Okay, yeah, but I've got it in my little notebook of who's who. So I'll check that out for you as soon as they let me again. Let's see. Natasha wanted us to find... Natasha tried to show us the painting.
Natasha tried to show us the painting.
But...
And that painting would have shown us the way.
shown us the way to...
To Ibn and Albert Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion.
I guess?
Which made Albert
There it is, right there. Fall in love with Natasha on a fateful night.
Natasha. And on a fateful night, he killed his brother so he could take his place in secret and win Natasha's heart.
So what happens now?
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
And also
You
guns.
mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No, I snorted.
No, you laughed.
Ah, just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
So that's why the torn out tongue.
And the broken
Yeah,
fingers.
Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
What a diabolical plan.
More like insane.
But why
Hey.
the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I see
I'm
what they
not
did
a
there.
psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split personality.
No, I don't
his two
believe that.
identities were at war with each other.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
Something
Yeah.
like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole truth from him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything up.
Okay, let's see if that guy... People... There's someone we haven't... We missed an opportunity to talk to earlier.
All of the detective work has been done, technically illegally though, so...
Yeah... Soggy McBokbok, the main character, has been suspended from the force for a long time.
Hey, Lewis. You weren't awake
So
all
he's
night
not
because of
supposed
us,
to be
were ya?
working.
I've never been this excited, Sonny. Seriously, it is a great honor to be part of the team. What is it?
You, Lewis, you don't stutter anymore.
What?
Just now, you didn't stutter. Not even a little.
Oh, I must be exhausted. It happens sometimes.
And it's back.
So,
Rude!
thanks again, Lewis. You always get us out of trouble.
Come on, boys. Don't even mention it. It is me who is grateful to be a part of an adventure of the chicken police.
Maybe the last one, too.
Hey, Sonny, don't spoil his mood. He's so cute. Nothing.
He's okay! He's okay!
I kind of feel like asking any of these questions would go over stuff that we already know. Should I ask Marty about the various plot points again?
I think you probably should.
Okay, we'll talk to him regularly, like first.
Look, Sonny, I think if we go now, there's no turning back. Not today, at least. So, are you ready?
I'm still thinking about it, Marty.
I just realized. Ibn at the Tsar Club.
Yes, Marty. Albert's been Ibn for a long time now. Do you remember what Natasha said about him?
That he's been acting strange recently?
Exactly. Like, he's not himself anymore.
And was almost hitting us in the face, huh?
Don't blame yourself, Marty. We couldn't have figured that out just by ourselves. The whole story's too twisted for that.
Well, it's how we make our living, Sonny. And I'm sure we'll have plenty more twisted cases to come.
Who knows, Marty? It's not up to us. It's mostly not up to us, in fact.
Yeah, right. Do you think the asylum was in on it? I mean, covering up Albert's disappearance?
You know that reptiles give me the creeps. One of them even set fire to that ship. But oddly enough, the doctor seemed honest
Okay,
to me.
I actually
He seemed
have
like a
been
patient to me.
working on something this
Seriously,
entire
I thought
time.
everyone was crazy
no.
in that place.
I wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be taking
Whoever
it seriously, but I
fights monsters
accidentally
should see
did.
to it that in the
Oops.
process,
And I think it's
he
pretty
doesn't
fucking
become
good.
a monster.
Are you still talking about the doctor?
Huh. Good question.
I can't believe you've got yourself the scrunkliest coyote possible for that image, Molly. Also, okay, hold on. Did you Photoshop them over siege operators?
Yes, because I was like, I would like some pretty tactical outfits, and you know what? those look really cool. I was originally gonna put you on Maverick, but I was like, the whole, like, scarfy thing. No, that's Maverick and Zero. Like, I really couldn't find something for you. So, yeah, sorry, you get a cool trench coat.
Totally okay.
I like that. That was really fun.
It turned out really
what's the
good.
plan? We shove the letter in our
Really?
theory in his face and see what
Yeah,
happens?
that looks
Something
good.
like that, Marty. I think our
Also,
presence
that
will be
background is
enough
Melbourne.
for the truth to come out.
I really
Nice.
hope you're right, Boss Bird.
We have no other choice, so I hope so too.
Do you think it's a love triangle? I mean, could Natasha love Albert as well?
Good question, Marty. But I don't think so. When I first spoke to Natasha, she told me she loved Ibn in her own way.
In her own way, huh? And could she love two rats in her own way?
Maybe. Maybe she even suspected the truth, but didn't dare admit it, even to herself.
So,
I
what
could
do you
love two
think,
rats.
now that it's clearer?
I don't
I
know,
could love a whole
Marty,
handful of
but I
rats.
believe
They're
Natasha
delicious.
Didn't mean to be bad. Not intentionally, at least.
That's kind of hot.
I'm not as sure of that as you are, boss. But we'll find that out pretty soon, I guess.
I think Natasha was very much aware that wherever she goes, disaster follows her. But it's not her fault, and she can't do anything about it. There are people like that.
Really? You don't say. Someone remarkably similar came to mind right now.
You mean me, right?
Who can even read minds?
Maybe you're right, Marty. Maybe you're right.
Alright. It's time to crack this case wide open, like the weird old stinky egg it is.
The sun was shining, and all the ducks were in a row.
The birds
I felt
were not
ready.
singing and the pants were dead.
The pieces of the grand puzzle were laid out on the table. I just needed to piece them all together. A revealing glance or a careless word, and I'd have the answer. I knew we were in the right place. I knew it was nearly over. Was Natasha really just a victim? Or did she know everything? Was she controlling the puppets from behind the curtain? Well, if you don't know where to go, go straight ahead. What could possibly go wrong?
No, I feel like if Natasha's been controlling this whole thing from behind the curtain, then she'd not have to go to, like, washed up estranged police officers to do it.
Here I am, Natasha. I hope you're waiting for me.
Oh boy,
Furry
color.
gods. I knew he was rich, but wow.
He's so rich he
Half
can
the
afford
city is in his
green.
hands, Marty, and half the Council of 12.
I think we're
What if
catching
this
big
entire
fish
time
today.
the game's been
Don't
in
count your
like
chickens.
black and white with
I'm
a little bit
sure
of red and
Wessler
green
is
is because
expecting
of
us.
chicken
And
color
Natasha,
blindness?
too, I hope.
Maybe.
You hope?
If I'm right, she could be our only chance of survival.
Lovely prospects, huh?
I've had worse.
Really? What the hell is it? Water tower? Turret? A frickin' lighthouse?
I think it's a monument to an enormous ego, Marty.
Well, anyone who builds a tower this big must be trying to compensate for something.
Or he just has too much dough.
Quite the steed, isn't it?
Seems nowadays organized crime pays well in Clawville.
We're crime.
surprised?
And
The
crime
chicken
doesn't
police
pay.
retired.
Well, they say the team's back together again.
Nah, that's impossible.
Oh yeah, it's true.
All right, remember, Hook. We're gonna take the bomb point, and we're gonna have to take it from the top down because that's always the safest way. So we rappel up to this area here, throw in a flashbang, breach and clear, and then we work our way down, smashing holes through the floor so we can see below us. It's flawless.
I play Fuse? I Fuse?
Sledge or Buck would be a better idea. But also, I was going for the fact that one of us is Ace and can do that.
Ace? No, one of us isn't Ace.
Yep. Oh, it's Maverick and Zero, right? Okay, so Maverick can burn tiny holes to the floor.
One of Wessler's ancestors.
I don't
maybe.
know siege
Wessler's
operators,
ancestors were poor
even though I actually
cobblers.
do.
More
so
likely,
it's
this
terrible
represents
excuse.
what he thinks of himself.
You're Sam
I
Fisher.
wonder how chivalry. Is
I was actually
compatible with
debating about
organized
making you
crime.
Ace, but I couldn't
Everyone's
find his.
planning to leave
This
the
isn't Metal Gear
underworld.
Solid. I'm talking
When
like this
his
anyway.
twin brother tore out his tongue, poked out his eye, killed him, and took his place.
Yeah.
Is this a mansion or a grand palace?
Or a small city.
Well, if it comes to hide and seek, old Wessler will have an advantage.
A serious advantage.
Hey, not so fast, chickens. Please
There you
excuse
go,
me, partner.
Mason.
He didn't mean to be rude, it's just his terrible habits, as you may already know.
Look who's here.
What a surprise! Our biggest fans.
What do you think? Should we give them our autographs?
Ah, look what the cat dragged in.
Funny, I don't recognize them.
Well, maybe if they had some guns with them? Tommy guns?
Oh yeah, now I remember. The two suckers in the luxury van you shot to pieces. Twice.
Exactly.
What are you doing here, chickens? Would you like us to finish what we started?
We'd love to have fun with you boys, but we need to talk to your boss. And while we're at it, the lady of the house is also expecting us.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so horny.
In that case, I guess there's no reason for us to waste your precious time. Is that right, Gabriel? Get the hell out of our sight while there are still feathers on your skin, chickens.
Easy, pal. We're not even here anymore. Until next time, boys.
All right.
Yeah, Juno, I was actually
This must
restraining
lead to
myself
Wessler
from
and
saying,
Natasha's suite.
Shield gang, shield gang, shield gang, shield gang!
I don't actually like shields in Siege to use. I got too used to not using them, and it's just... I don't quite have my brain wrapped around how to use them effectively.
I learned
Let's get the
how to
big
use
guns
Blitz.
out and
You
kick
just
the door
run at
down.
people,
No need
flash
for
and
that,
punch.
Marty. We'll wait until they invite us in, like real gentlemen. Then maybe we'll need the guns. But I hope it won't come to that.
Oh, my trigger finger's itching, Sonny. Someone's gotta pay.
Relax,
Mountain View time!
someone is gonna pay. Tonight.
Yeah, just don't let it be us.
Hello, Olivia.
What a pleasant surprise. Hello, Olivia. Sweetie.
Get lost.
What did you say, ma'am?
Turn around and get the hell out of here now, if you want to make it out with feathers intact.
Come on, Olivia. Don't worry about us. We know what we're doing.
Martin,
Huh?
don't you get it? You have to get out of here or you'll be in danger, and also her.
Do you mean Natasha? Please calm down, miss. We have to talk to Mr. Wessler and Miss Katsenko.
You really don't understand, do you?
What do they not understand, Olivia? So, what is it exactly that our guests don't understand?
I was trying to tell the detectives that Mr. Wessler's very tired and doesn't welcome guests this early. He gets rather irate if he's being disturbed at this hour.
I'm sure
Olivia's
Mr.
in on it.
Featherland and Mr. McChicken can wait here while Ibn refreshes himself. I'll entertain them until then.
Thank you, Miss Katsenko.
Please, Sonny. I thought we've already discussed it. Call me Natasha.
Please, Natasha, can we talk to you in private?
Martin?
It's all right, Olivia. These gentlemen are my friends.
Yes, Miss Katsenko.
The truth is, Ibn isn't really in a good shape today, gentlemen. He's rather furious. Are you sure this can't wait?
You commissioned us, Natasha, and we barely escaped with our combs intact.
So you know who left the threats?
Oh, we know much more than that, Natasha. We even know where you used to work. We talked to Madame Zavas.
Wild gods!
Why didn't you tell us?
Do you think it's easy for a woman to talk about such things, that she used to be an escort?
Along with Molly?
I feel like not
So you
talking
know.
about those kind
Yeah,
of
I know,
things is
Natasha. I also know all
committing
of this was a
to.
trap.
Believe me, I tried to handle things the least painfully I could. You weren't even supposed to know.
A lot shouldn't have happened. Poor Deborah shouldn't have had to die.
And
sweet
I,
Deborah.
that kind of
Old,
got
stiff
away from me.
Deborah.
Please don't say that.
A price worth paying?
You cannot think I had anything to do with that. You just cannot.
I don't know, Natasha.
Please, Sonny, tell me, what is going on?
You have to know, right?
Please.
Excuse me for making you wait, detectives. I'm having a rough morning after a long night.
Is that so? Our night was also kinda long.
To put it mildly.
I was just telling the gentleman that you were exhausted, my dear, and they should come back another time. I'll escort them out.
Oh, honey, no need for that. My door's always open to the legendary chicken police. Please, come on in, guys. Let's not
Ooh.
talk in my room.
Then this way, please.
Wealthy couple invites
You
us
just
to their
stay here, my
room.
darling.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sure our conversation will bore you to death. Please, go and refresh yourself, or tell Olivia to go make some coffee.
Yes, dear.
Some coffee.
Whatever you like.
Please, follow me, gents.
Lead on, Wessler. So long, sweetheart.
Goodbye.
Coffee.
Coffee. The painting of her.
This painting?
It's beautiful and rather provocative. Almost makes my comb stand up.
I'm not surprised.
But the corner is missing.
You're right, Sonny. You're quite the observer.
Well, yeah, this painting's unfortunately damaged. I don't know where the missing piece could be.
You don't know? Well, if you're interested, we know exactly where it is.
Really?
Really. It's here with us.
An insignificant little piece, isn't it? But there's an exciting cat scratch on it.
Oh,
More
it's
like
the
a
portion
rat
with the
scratch, Because it's a
signature.
monogram.
A.W.
That's...
Albert Wessler. He's a great painter. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Enough.
Oh
Output
my
it already.
god,
What
these
are you trying
guys
to
are
say?
fucking hot.
I have no time for your childish charades.
Easy,
That
Wessler. We'll get
snark.
to that in a bit.
I like how in this painting, the way it's painted kind of still gives the illusion of fur, even though it's definitely a photoshopped regular cat head on top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Would you like a drink? This is a rather rare brandy. It lifts the spirits, if I may be so, poetic.
Really. Tempting, but I need to keep a clear head, Mr. Wessler.
Yeah, I've heard you don't despise a good vintage.
You know, when I'm
And
having a
I've
bad
heard
day,
you don't
I always
despise murder, Wessler.
go lift a pallet
By the
of
way,
whiskey
you've heard
using a
right.
jack.
But everything has its
Always
place and
raises
time.
my spirits.
Drinks, guns, dead bodies, and the truth.
Yeah, I see you're in a poetic mood as well.
More like prophetic.
And that's not a good sign.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've been kind
Are
of.
you trying to intimidate me?
No, that's not how we do business. We're gentlemen.
I really hope so.
I'm curious as to why Wessler here is being
you keep a
so
revolver in your
friendly
bedroom?
towards us instead of just, now that we're here in his room, just
One
murdering
has
us
a lot to
outright.
lose, has a lot to fear.
I agree. This estate is rather impressive, Mr. Wessler.
Well, thank you.
I suppose it took years and years of
Well, the
cumbersome
legendary
work
chicken
to build
police
it.
goes missing.
Yeah.
People are gonna,
As you
you
say,
know.
Mr.
That's
Fiddle,
fair.
I'm rather proud of it.
You should be. Whoever built this place has a reason to be proud of himself.
Are you trying to say something, sir?
No, just thinking aloud.
Alright,
So,
give up the
what do you
goose.
want to know? I've heard you've been through a rather eventful few days.
I've tried to
Well,
kill you
have
3
rather
times.
good informants.
None of them have worked, so I'm giving up.
I should tell you, I see and hear everything that happens in the city. And you
Has he
are
considered just
exceptionally
throwing
resilient.
rice on the
No
ground?
offense.
None taken. But tell me, are we gonna flatter each other for a long time, or are we finally done with the courting?
Straight to the point. I like it. Yeah. So let's continue like that, shall we? What do you want? How dare you
What do
intrude
you
upon
want?
me in my own house?
Oh, forgive
What
us.
do you
Our
want?
moral compass has been confused a little bit after someone tried to kill us several times in the last 48 hours. With fire, with machine guns. I could go on.
And while we're at it, you could answer some of our questions. If you've nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
And then we'll just leave you alone.
All right. I'll go along with your childish little game. I would have had a long and tedious day ahead of me anyway.
I've got an alibi.
Can we start?
This whole time,
With
I was at
pleasure,
home
Mr.
playing
Wessler.
video games on my PlayStation 3. Ah, but Mr. Wessler, you seem to forget one important fact. The PlayStation 3 by Sony Entertainment has no games.
I have no idea what to do. I'm seriously worried about you.
Yeah, she really worries more than usual, but it's understandable. Those disgusting messages.
Disgusting, all right.
Mason,
Do you know
I
why
think
that
you
word
might
exactly?
be
Why did they write that
a little
specific
bit
word
warped.
everywhere?
Since
considering the community
since,
that we're
you've
all
been to
in.
the Nile, I guess you know the answer to your question.
Didn't it bother you, Wessler? What Natasha used to do? Surely it must have upset you.
Why? Did it upset you when you discovered your wife did the same thing?
What did you just say?
What did you think, chicken? That I didn't know? Yeah, don't make me laugh. I know about everyone who ever set foot in that place. I can even tell you who Molly's regulars were, if you're interested.
You son of a bitch.
Sonny, don't.
I don't
Yes,
see why
detective?
Sunny is so
Not yet.
uptight. Like, if she was a sex
You're
worker
right,
before
Marty. It's not worth it.
they were
You're
dating,
funny, you know that?
and then, like, stopped doing it, that's not really something that needs to be a problem.
Nah, but we're still in the 1930s, effectively, here. As far as, like, social setting of this game. Even though, like, the actual timeline is not... Definitely has their own, like, calendar system. Anyway, it feels like... that even though, like, people like us would be okay with that right now, we're definitely we're in a setting where people wouldn't generally be okay with that. They're not woke,
About the painting.
Yeah. My
though I
brother
loathe
Albert
to use the
made it.
word.
He's a great talent, but, still, he's a rather troubled individual.
Such self-criticism.
What did you say?
My partner
Do you
means
loathe to
that
use
you
the
and
word
your
because of
brother
its
are
meme
very much
status?
alike. Identical twins,
Yeah,
if I'm not
mostly.
mistaken.
Indeed.
Because it's
For the record,
instantly been
everyone
latched onto as one of those words.
butchering
We'll
African
get to
American
that. Don't
vernacular.
worry, Mr. Wessler.
Yeah,
So Albert made the painting
it's
at
been
your
latched onto a
request,
word that's
is that
lost,
right?
like, most
And
of its
the one
meaning
that's
and
in
stuff like
Natasha's
that.
room in the
Because
Czar, too.
everybody
Yeah,
says it, no one really,
Is that a crime?
pays attention
No,
to...
it's not a crime in itself.
Nuance. That's the word I'm looking for. Pays attention to the nuance of using it. Hold on. I gotta pick up the book. Farewell from Fowls. Look at this
Do you
hot
think
box.
that fox bored those chickens?
She's covered in blood and there are feathers everywhere. Of fucking course.
Hot! Right, when are we gonna get a story about a horrific, hungry, monstrous Rye who just like devours stuff?
This picture,
I don't know.
It's rather strange, you know?
Maybe not
Why do you
off.
think
Maybe
It's
never.
just me, Natasha, and my brother.
Hungry,
The photo doesn't
monstrous,
tell
and
much
devouring
in
everything
itself,
is a sometimes
But
mood.
if you already have the right information, suddenly it starts to talk.
So what I'm hearing is I have to write it.
He
Oh, add it to the docket.
didn't he?
Who do you mean?
Albert, of course. He fell in love with Natasha. All those sessions while he was painting the pictures. Were you there every time?
You mean, me?
You.
No. I mean, while Albert was painting, yeah, but I wasn't there all the time. Albert was there, all along.
And you think he could have fallen in love with
All
Natasha?
along.
That's why he escaped? What do you think happened to him? Who tore out his tongue?
Eh, I have no idea.
Did Natasha know about what happened to your brother?
No, of course not.
Do you love beautiful things, Wessler?
Why do you ask that? Yeah.
I
of
love
course.
beautiful things.
You were
That's
afraid
why
of
I've fallen over
losing
Rye's
her,
dick.
weren't you?
I mean,
To
what?
him.
Stop. Enough. If you want to ask something, ask clearly. Don't play with me. You understand?
We're just doing our job.
Then do it clearly. And quickly. Yeah, I'm really starting to lose my patience.
Yeah.
Hey, hey Natasha, I'm in a crime furry visual novel.
We visited Albert's cell and found something he seems to have forgotten to take
Hello.
with him in his great hurry.
That's a big mistake.
Tell.
What the hell are you babbling about?
This is Albert Wessler's love letter to Natasha,
More like a confession.
in which he tells her he's capable of doing anything for her, even the most horrible things.
Yeah, this letter doesn't prove anything at all. Albert is mad. Insane. He's not normal. No one would believe his word, don't you understand?
But they believe yours, right? Because you're not Albert Wessler. You're Hobart Ibn Wessler, aren't you? How good it feels to be in his skin.
Dare you?
Just tell him, Sonny. I'm getting tired of this.
You're just a cheap fake, Albert. You couldn't follow in your brother's footsteps even if you wanted to. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get Natasha either. Am I right?
What? What did you just say?
She hates you, doesn't she? She doesn't know. She doesn't understand why. But she hates you. It's instinctive.
Yeah, what do you know? What could you possibly know about suffering and loneliness and the darkness? What could you know about hate, huh?
Oh boy. Ah! We're being questioned.
Albert is an imposter. He's not who he says he is, and might not even know who he really is. I have to concentrate on this first, to soften him up, and to avoid us being shot in the gizzard, of course.
Alright. Wish us luck. He's got a gun pointed directly at us.
Okay, now would be a good time to mention that I have seen a chicken deep throat and swallow whole a rat
Okay, noted.
firsthand.
What were you thinking, Albert?
This guy's
How
fucked.
long did you think you could keep it up?
Until the end of my life, if needs. Yeah, I cared about nothing except for her to love me. Not for who Ibn was, but for who I am.
Why did you think that would happen? Everybody noticed the change.
Yeah, I knew it would be hard, Santino. But I also knew animals see what they want to see. I didn't have to behave like Ibn. They only had to believe I'm him.
Why did you decide to take your brother's place?
Yeah, as you're curious, from the moment I laid eyes on Natasha for the first time. But I had to convince myself that this was the only way.
You've never talked about your feelings for Natasha with your brother, am I right?
Are you insane? Yeah, Ibn would have had me killed immediately. And no one would ever know.
So instead, you've done the same thing, haven't you? What a comfortable excuse.
Comfortable? Do you think all of this was just some kind of cruel game for me? I had to destroy the person I loved and respected the most.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, you know, there's only a thin, fragile membrane between love and hate. If anything touches it, it tears immediately. You felt like this before, haven't you? Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
You can analyze me until the sun goes down, Wessler, but you won't get far with that.
Yeah, evasive answer. So I'm right.
Alright, let's see.
Did you ever believe that you were Ibn Wessler?
Did I ever believe? I still do. I believed it all along. Don't you get it? I am Ibn Wessler.
And also, Albert Wessler.
I see you're starting to understand.
So you feel you're two people at the same time, even now?
Does it sound crazy? Maybe it is. But Ibn lives inside me. Sometimes he's even stronger than Albert ever was.
Do you think you can avoid the gas chamber with this, Albert?
I don't have to avoid anything, Sonny. You and your friend, will never leave this place. It's better if you start getting used to the thought.
You're not the cold-blooded killer you'd like to think you are.
Yeah, do you think so? Try me, detective.
Which part of
Really?
FF7, though, Tanuki? Because, like, he's kind of got a little bit of the, Shinra Corp has their hands in everything and is kind of bad at it and is definitely fucking everything up in the process. But Cloud's own identity crisis. Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. Actually, you're right. I hadn't thought of it that way. I actually kind of forget about that part of the game. And I think, Hook, you have not played Final Fantasy VII through, right? No. Final Fantasy VII is the only one you have.
No, I've not played a Final Fantasy game at all.
I'm not going to be too specific about that because Hook has not played Final Fantasy VII all the way through. And considering how incredibly high quality FF7 Remake was, I think they're going to eventually play it, and I feel like it'd be really, really cool to experience that without having it spoiled. God damn it, Mason. Hook, I'm sorry. Cloud kills Dumbledore. I hate to break it to you like this,
thank
even
God,
though...
finally.
What made you think you could deceive Natasha?
Because Natasha loved Ibn, in her own unique way. Yeah, and if there's anything that can blind an animal, it's love and hate. Everything revolves around these two things, Mr. Featherland.
Is everything black and white to you?
No. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Everything's gray in this world. Only two things have color.
Blood
and hate.
Love and
I
hate.
see you understand now, Sonny. Yeah, we're not that different, you and I.
Albert, you're everything I'm not. And I'm everything you're not, believe me.
Yeah, if that makes it easier for you, Detective.
That was your plan. Take his place and live happily ever after.
Why? Isn't it good enough of a plan, Mr. Featherland? It was perfect, even in its imperfection.
Which is?
Ibn's ghost.
Is what?
Please don't take it literally, Mr. Chicken. I'm not talking about spirits. When Ibn died, I didn't just take his place, but also his role. He himself, his essence, if you will.
I soul bored my twin
too much
brother.
for you to understand.
So you mean Ibn's here with us even now?
He was here all along. Don't you get it? I am Hobart Ibn Wessler.
I must get serious, because looking at the gun in Wessler's trembling hand, I'm afraid I don't have much time. Albert is a cruel psychopath, but maybe I can turn that cruelty against him.
I'm glad my score meter is doing well this time around, because this is the only one that seems like it's had a consequence so far for failing.
Fatal painting, Mr. Fiddlehead. When I glanced at it for the last time,
Score.
This is mainly scoring.
Under the weight of my gaze.
You simply fell in love with
Shut up,
her?
Beaver.
End of story?
Not in the slightest, Mr. Fiddlehead. Love is, just chemistry. What I felt was more.
Everybody thinks so, but we all feel the same. We're just fools.
No, Mr. Fiddlehead. Not at all. At that moment, I knew what I was gonna do. I knew that the world was coming to an end if I didn't do it. It implodes on itself and ceases to exist. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't.
Let him have her, right? You simply wanted her for yourself.
I wanted her for ourselves, Sonny. I was him by then. He just didn't know it yet.
Earlier on in this conversation, I was gonna be like, yeah, no, I sort of understand where he's coming from with the prospect of an identity crisis and being torn between, like, having these two or more concepts of yourself because, like, blah, 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 me mask, me femme. But then he started talking about soul-voring his brother, and now he is his brother and himself at the same time, and he sort of lost.
But now he's over here as we talk to an all-important dragon who controls a quarter of all the dragons in this area, and is like, I soul-vored your dead wife, so now I'm your dead wife. Maybe we can, like, make out in something, and then we can, like, take over and stop the Dragon Song War. And then we're like, excuse me, get the fuck out of here. Let's see. And I gotta actually pick a conversation option. I spent too much brain power on that joke.
You enjoyed leading everyone by the nose, didn't you?
Do you think this was just some megalomaniac power play on my part? Some kind of race with myself? Not in the slightest.
Don't expect me to feel sorry for you.
On the contrary, Sonny. Your kind can't even comprehend what I've been through. That way, you can't understand the reasons behind my decisions either.
You know what? Maybe it's better this way. I'll sleep better, that's for sure.
If you're going to sleep, that will be your big sleep, chicken.
Are you so sure about that, Wessler? If you loved Natasha so much, how could you lie to her all along?
We lie the most to those we truly love, Santino. Isn't that right?
No.
It shouldn't be that way.
No, it's explicitly
You and your
incorrect.
wife, don't you? See? That's how it goes. We lie because we don't want to cause even more hurt.
What you did, Wessler, is nothing like Molly or me. What you did was out of simple selfishness and cowardice.
Watch what you're spitting out that dirty beak of yours, Santino.
I'm not afraid of you, Wessler. You'd better get that into your small little rat brain.
Classic mistake, Mr. Fiddleland.
I'm very close to breaking him. But if I'm too hard on him, I could quickly be signing my death warrant. It's time to dig a little bit deeper and uncover Wessler's wounds.
Do you think the devs of this game would actually do, like, art commissions?
Probably not, honestly.
Shame. Especially not for me!
Natasha was kind to you, right? Too kind.
Natasha was, simply amazing, gentle, kind, lively, but still so, distant.
You're telling me.
It's like she was from another world. A world where everything's full of charm and grace and everything's fragile and delicate. Do you understand?
I think I do.
Sonny is definitely just saying his internal monologue out loud the whole
Albert is
time.
rough. Albert can't keep such a delicate thing in his arms.
That's why you had to become Ibn, am I right?
I didn't take Ibn's place, Mr. Featherland. I became one with him, can't you see? It's the only way I could comprehend and accept the miracle that was Natasha.
Was.
I think I've corrupted her. She's not that gentle and pure creature I painted on the canvas anymore. I ruined her. She became rotten under my hands.
Maybe it's not too late, Albert. Tell her the truth and end this.
No. You can't understand this. She can't either. I killed Ibn, but he also killed me, can't you see? We're nothing without each other.
You can't be two people at the same time, Albert. Nobody can bear the weight of the sins of two souls.
Ibn loved her. I admired her. Ibn was crazy about her. I've been crazy for a long time. Ibn idolized her, and I hated her. And if there's anything more blind, more devoted, more extreme, and more true than love, it could only be hate, Mr. Featherland. It's an endlessly exciting, thrilling, and warm feeling. And infinitely red. Just like love.
You know you're not going to be able to go through with it, right? That you won't be able to carry the weight. But you still did it. Why?
Yeah, if I didn't kill him and become one with him, Albert would have died, Mr. Featherland.
And the threats? Which one of you was that? Albert or Ibn? Who wrote them? And which one of you killed Deborah?
In my world, Ibn and I are inseparable. Just like
God, this guy is fucking...
And I hate Natasha so much.
Yes, when I need someone to blame, it is the other half of my personality. When I need someone to, fucking... like, take the blame for something I've definitely done, it's definitely not one of my personalities that's responsible.
Why, Mr. Featherland?
Because if I were in your shoes, I would have pulled the trigger a long time ago.
Goodbye, Sonny.
So long, Albert.
Questioning rank. Important clue. Albert is Ibn Wessler? Giving you that stare that only a chicken can.
That stare is fucking terrifying.
And Natasha has killed Albert Wessler. There it is.
No, remember the Solvor. Double kill.
Okay, fair.
So, you heard everything.
I heard everything.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
And thank you. If it weren't for you...
Yes, both of you would be dead, I know. But believe me, I still thought carefully before firing.
About who to target?
You know, I truly loved Ibn.
But this man wasn't
I really
him.
should have.
You felt it, didn't you?
Maybe I even knew it. I don't know.
There's still time, Molly.
But I
You could still do
can't
it.
believe it.
It won't be easy to process.
And regarding Molly,
The cops. But how? How do they know?
I almost
I have
thought
no
that
idea,
police siren
Molly.
noise was coming through
Do
your
not
head,
believe me. I did
your
not call
microphone,
them.
on your
Olivia?
end for a little bit.
Don't worry, Natasha. They won't lay a finger on you. I promise.
please, Sonny, you don't need to worry about me.
I don't want to be rude, Sonny, but I'm more worried about us than her. Hello, boss.
Hello, boys.
Before you say anything, we can explain.
No need for that, Santino. Monica already told me everything.
Monica?
Hey, boys. What were you thinking? That I would just let you get killed without saying goodbye?
Thanks,
Mom.
Monica.
Should we
The
say
real
we
hero of
owe
this
you
story.
one?
The secretary.
I know already, boys. Shoes are my weakness.
Hey, mine too.
Of all the story...
He's so gay, I love it!
And boys...
Yes, boss.
Don't believe you'll get away with it so easily. I want a report on my desk from both of you with all the details. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It'll all make sense, believe us. Right after I figure out myself what the hell just happened.
What Monty's trying to tell you is that we had good reason to investigate outside the law. But we're sorry.
This propaganda right here. We had good reason to investigate outside the law and get several people killed. We're sorry.
Why indeed.
So can we
Fuck.
go now, boss? Without getting handcuffed?
Don't give me ideas, Santino.
Thanks, boss.
That's it. We beat the game. Now it's the epilogue.
Thanks again, Mon. If not for you, those fur heads would have put holes in us.
No wonder, since you put holes in their boss.
Well, actually, that wasn't us.
Then who was it?
Natasha.
Really? I wouldn't have thought it of her. It's a pleasant surprise.
It was for
Oh
us,
yeah,
too,
you should check to see
believe
if
me.
the henchman links has a name.
It's probably this one right here. I probably missed an opportunity to talk to him in the Tsar Club.
What? Are you
Oh yeah,
waiting for me to
Tanuki's right. It
change
is
my
Gabriel.
mind?
They
No,
did
sir.
mention it a
Then
little
stop
earlier.
pecking around here.
Yes, sir.
So, what now? Where to next?
I think I should mourn, right?
You should.
But I don't know what to feel anymore, Sonny.
I understand, Natasha. You know, if you need anything,
Yes, I know where to find you.
see you around, sweetheart.
Ma'am.
Goodbye, detectives.
How the hell did you find your way here, Tim? Always where the trouble is.
Sometimes I think you're the criminal mastermind behind all the dark dealings in this city.
I wish.
I wish too, because then we could legally throw you in jail.
I love your sense of humor, Sonny.
I wasn't joking.
So, where did you get the scoop?
Are you kidding me? The whole city's talking about you. You've left quite the mess behind.
That I admit.
Well, it's a miracle that all of the city's smear sheet journalists aren't here already. Oh, while we're at it, will you give me an exclusive interview?
Clock off, Tim.
Hey!
Oh hey, it's Filmar.
You? What are you doing here?
I was just driving around. You know.
Trying to feed your grandpa? So? Was it a case? Were you, maybe investigating us?
What can I say, Sonny? Am I busted?
Did someone hire you to follow us?
I just had to keep an eye on you and not get involved. That's all. I admit there were a couple of crazy situations when it was hard not to.
But you managed somehow, right?
A professional's a professional, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. So you won't tell us who hired you, whatever we do?
Unfortunately, I can't, my friend. I made a promise.
Sequel
You and your
hook.
promises.
Some people still take them seriously.
You're a real piece of guano. You know that?
Of course.
Is
I've learned
that
everything from you, you old
is
fart.
that when you knocked me up? It's sequel hook.
Maybe.
Sequel hook.
Gentlemen,
Gentlemen?
we're honestly very sorry it had to end like this.
Yeah, this peacefully.
For myself, I'm glad, gentlemen. I would have sincerely regretted it if we had to shoot both of you, but unfortunately, that seemed to be the only solution to this, rather nasty situation. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. Joyful.
Don't think we'll be behind bars for long, chickens. Wessler may be dead, but his empire still won't crumble.
Oh, look at that. He can talk.
In complex sentences, too.
Yeah, well, something like that.
Amazing.
You're a good boy, Bosco. Nice work.
You know, folks, somebody's gotta take care of the real police work while you're tearing up the city.
Sorry for the mess, Bosco, but you know us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
How did you catch them? After the gunshot, I was sure these two would show up. They have a habit of doing that.
They were already in cuffs before then, Sonny. We had the house surrounded. If you could have hung on, maybe nobody would have died.
Hey, a second longer and it would have been us.
That's your story?
Cluck you sideways, Bosco.
Hey, Olivia.
Marty,
I just, wanted to thank you
for what exactly?
for trying to save us.
I didn't do it only for you, believe me. I loved my job while I had it. Now my employee is dead, so I don't have a job anymore.
I didn't even
Yay,
think of that.
capitalism.
Of course you didn't.
Can I do anything to help?
I think I'll manage. I always do.
So, here they are, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicken Police, in the flesh.
Damn it, Tim, drop it and cluck off.
Oh, no, boys. This time, you deserve it.
What the cluck did you say, boss?
Stand up straight and try to look like someone who's glad to be alive.
Yes, sir, we'll try.
Olivia is pretty
Attention,
great.
Chicken Police. Say cheese.
Say corn. Achievement at least. 2 achievements. The following animal species were not included in this game: Indo-Chinese tiger, northern white rhino, Spixus macaw, Hawaiian tree snail, Indian cheetah, Algola's foliage gleaner. Okay, this is a lot, and I'm pretty sure they're all extinct. Mostly because during the development of the game, 2018 to 2020, all of these species have been declared extinct, according to the lowest possible scientific estimate. Between 200 and 2,000 extinctions occur every year. That is 1,000 times higher than the natural extinction rate.
Oh, interesting. I'd really love to see a making of for this game.
Well, alright, this was an interesting game. Definitely a visual novel, but I think, honestly, it was more satisfying and interesting to continue going through than Backbone.
Yes.
Mostly because it feels like they figured out what the story was that they wanted to tell and then made the game. They didn't do chapter 1, make a Kickstarter, and then try and write the rest of it under Kickstarter type deadlines. But I can't say for certain. I don't know the timeline on this thing. Voices. I don't recognize any of these names. I hope they all get more voice work at some point. Because there was actually pretty good voice acting in this game.
Yeah, like this sort of just came out of not came out of nowhere, but oh, did they fucking 3D model all of the fucking for the backgrounds.
Possibly? Special thanks to Tim Schafer and Hayao Miyazaki for all our dreams and nightmares. Yeah, that was good.
It's dead.
What a lovely little game.
Yeah.
There it is. The sequel hook, several unfinished threads.
Natasha,
You were expecting me, weren't you?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm not surprised.
I just wanted to talk to you.
FMV.
About what exactly?
You know very well.
What do you think, Natasha? Why didn't she tell me?
Because she loved you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, she may have never left the place. Perhaps she'd still be there.
Ah, sheep shit.
We used to dream about falling in love with a nice man who comes and saves us someday. A knight in shining armor. You know, like in the fairy tales.
And how did that work out for you?
She fell in love with a good guy. I didn't. I envy her.
I'm not that good guy, Natasha. But if it's any consolation, she could have found him. Maybe she's living with him right now, somewhere on the other side of the world.
Well, goodbye, Sonny.
So long, sweetheart. Hey, Natasha, you have a light? I've been trying to smoke this sorry-ass cig all day. It's driving me crazy.
Maybe you don't really need it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
Aww. What? That? Okay. That's.
What?
All right. That honestly.
That was out of left field.
Honestly, I didn't expect a Spike Spiegel quote at the very end of that. All right. Okay. I mean, I guess spending all episode trying to get to time to smoke a terrible cigarette sounds like a very Spike thing to do. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at the achievements it gave me at the very end. It gave me Projectionist, get all the cutscenes. Okay, I guess. Sherlock Holmes, finish the game with 0 failed questionings. Talk to the superfan nurse of the asylum. Get to the point where Natasha kills Albert Wessler. And then Chicken Police is Back Together was the other special one they gave me at the very end, out of the two. Well, alright. What time is it? It's 8:30. Got maybe a half hour to still go? I don't know. It's a little late. I've got another game lined up, or somewhat lined up, that I'd like to move on to for Tuesday point-and-click adventures that I've been trying to get to for a little while. But how's everyone feeling tonight? Should we continue a little bit? Something a little more lighthearted and/or a cartoon?
I'm down for whatever you'd like, baby.
Okay. I'm going to Don't even have it installed. I'm gonna update our information here to turn us into freelance dinosaurs. Because this one is another indie point-and-click adventure that's all hand-drawn cartoons, is apparently Polish.
Oh, that's cute.
I hope I can make this full screen.
Can you alt-enter it?
There we go. Let's see.
You share screen?
Yes.
Share a screen with
Probably.
Yoti?
It's not quite 100% full screen, but everything seems to be coming through all right as far as appearing on stream. Display options. Show me those. Please use the winsetup.exe/Steam configuration tool to change the screen settings. Okay, we'll handle that later, but for now, I think all the other stream elements are out of the way enough that it's not going to be a problem. Begin new game. There we go. Yes, please autosave. This one I can guarantee you, actually, from following the dev's Twitter, there is a sequel in the works for.
Oh my god, look at the little scrunkly!
Share and repost if you'd Scrunkly the win. Also, it's Mom's birthday. We need to get Mom a birthday present. It was a dark night in a city that knew how to keep its secrets. One dinosaur, on the 12th floor of the Acne building, was still trying to find the answers to life's persistent questions. What the hell do we get Mom for her birthday? Obviously, we gotta go all out and get some fancy jewelry. Mom apparently doesn't love the small artistic child as much as the one with money. And you know what? This does not give the good feels.
Actually, I get the distinct feeling that this is going to end with some sort of... It doesn't actually matter what you got her so much as you got her something. And that seemingly older sister there is just being a bitch.
Oh, okay. That's not Mom, that's an older sister. Okay. That's fair. What a lovely vase of flowers. That's it. Flowers, a bouquet would make a great gift. You're right. Especially such a beautiful bouquet like this one. What seems to be going on here, though? Encyclopedia updated. Yes, game autosave. Press and hold left mouse button when the cursor is over a hotspot, and it lights up like this. Okay. Release the button over one of the items. Okay. Similar to how Monkey Island 3 worked. Talk to bouquet. This game is going to throw me for a loop with all the accurate dinosaur names.
Alberta
Dromius. A traveling sales dino. She visits the city every day of 4th to offer plant-based goods to the villagers. Lambosaurus. A massive Lambosaurus fell. He seems to be nervous about something.
Lambiosaurus.
Lambiosaurus. Okay, let's talk. Take. Yes. Okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. What seems to be the problem? What are you so frantically looking for? My wallet. I can't find it anywhere. How am I going to buy groceries without money? Hey, easy now. Are you sure you took that wallet? Oh, it's dialogue options. We're gonna be the good person today and ask what it looks like. Pink with a decorative light dot pattern. Okay. There was nobody in line before, so I don't think he was robbed. You got me there, big guy. Not many folks would fancy being stomped by a huge Lambeosaurus. Okay, it seems like I do have to go through all the dialogue options. Are you sure you took that wallet with you? I am absolutely positively sure. I took it along with the key to my room. I never leave without these two. He had it in his hands just a minute ago. I ought to go now. Good luck with your search.
This is a sassy.
A sassy...
Sassy binch.
Binch?
Sassy little lady.
Excuse me, I'd like to... Hey, wait a moment, girl. I'm currently serving that big guy over there. Man, he's so nervous. I bet he can't decide what to buy. Just watch his head looking all over my place. Ah, there's a queue. Alrighty then. Anyway, is that bouquet really the last one you have? It sure is, girl. I mean, look at this place. It's devoid of any plants. These flowers sure are a bestseller. When I come here every day of 4th. Unclear if 4th is a month, a like 4th day of the week, or a holiday.
Or every 4 days?
Possibly.
Wait, no, it's the 11th.
I mean, every 4 days would kind of make sense. Apparently, if this game was originally in Polish, we might expect a couple of weird translation bits. But it seems pretty well otherwise so far.
Yeah, it seems pretty polished.
Got him.
Yeah.
Okay. So the present for Mom is the tutorial section. Stack of boxes filled with something. You're not sure if it's edible or just decoration. Let's search it. Oh, my wallet. It's the last bouquet. Give Mom a rock. This is a shiny rock. Let's give Mom a handful of rocks.
I actually really need to recommend this game to my ex.
It's
she fucking
very cute.
loves dinosaurs.
And now we gotta go get a rock. All the way out there. Look at this sassy bitch. She knows we're out here where we aren't supposed to be.
What is it with just putting eyelashes on animals that immediately makes me go, oh, hello?
Listen, we went over this, or at least I went over this when I made the form for making yourself a Zumbini. Eyeshadow and the lash is sexy persona eyes.
It's not even like the sexy part. It's just like, monster girl.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm a monster fucker.
It's nighttime. We've been out of it for a while. Digging the acoustic scattered woods. Ravenna Falls, 2 kilometers. Oh, that's not too far. Oh, except I don't know where it is. You can't have gotten that far from home already.
Holy fuck, was that a Spider-Man reference?
No. Alright. Time to pick up rocks. You found a secret pebble. These little stones are used to unlock additional goodies in the extras menu. Interesting. Digging the acoustic guitar and the background music here. Alright. Which way do we head? Left, right, or middle?
I'd vote left. Also, hey Rai, do you know why when a pigeon coos, it doesn't echo?
Yes, Molly. Most sounds echo because they bounce around off solid objects and stuff, but not a coo, because a coo sticks.
I love you.
Turtles traditional tinctures. Oh boy, from tonics and tinctures to beauty creams and crocodilian repellents. This sounds like something we need for an adventure game. For all your needs. One of these is an interesting pebble. Don't make me do this to all the pebbles. Durable leaves. I need them. I don't need them that much. As I approach the leaves, I hear something rustling coming out of the cave.
How do you pronounce that name?
Zneu? Zneu?
Are you sure?
No. No, I'm not. They'll have to go by Sassy Bitch. Oh, look, a map. Alright, check out this encyclopedia. Flowering plants. Lambeosaurus. Their size and social life makes them unlikely to be attacked by a hungry meat eater. Living in herds, they prefer open spaces. That's for the better. For the better, to be honest. Just like many other head-crested hadrosaurs, Lambeosaurus can be really loud, having their voice amplified by the air chambers inside said crest. Not everyone likes the noise, especially during nighttime. On top of that, these dinosaurs are really big, and while they aren't as clumsy as Euoplocephalus, their rigid body and tail, which is stiffened by ossified tendons, can cause some trouble and make interacting with smaller dinosaurs troublesome. Yet, a few of them decided to stay in Wachapolka, along with other hadrosaurs, trying to adapt their loud lifestyle to the new place. It seems like they're making good progress, as fewer houses have been getting destroyed recently. Asterisk, in 2019, the design was updated with hoof-like claws.
It's edutainment!
Live, actual dinosaurs. What is the news supposed to be? Zniff. It's pronounced Zniff.
I see.
And she is 1.5 meters tall. And apparently, her mom is a famous writer, and her dad is an engineer. What a lovely family. I found two. There's 27 pebbles.
Rocks.
Okay, yep, you were right. That's an older sister, and this is mom. Stuff. Okay, this is exceptionally cute.
Was that a crab? Was that crab concept art?
That's...
No, that's a lobster.
That's a crab. Crab escape pop-up sketch.
Crab!
The riverbank. A little sand burrow, right next to the river. Something seems to be hiding inside. I need it! Give it to me! Turns out, there's a crab. I might want to be careful. Okay, for the moment there doesn't appear to be anything here other than the crab. And the something sleeping inside here.
The bush.
The bush. And there's a big rock. It's just a rock. Hello, rock. I need this rock. It's too heavy. Alright. Middle or right?
I think you should go up the center.
It's different sprites for walking in all six, for walking in 8 different directions here.
That is
nice.
really dedicated.
The latest trend in dino fashion, white flowers. I need them.
Oh, take care, Juno.
See ya. A stick. I need this stick. You're already holding something in your hands. You should drop it before trying to pick up something else. Oh, I can only hold on to one inventory item at a time. Put it down. And they'll just be here. Okay. Ha ha! Free stick! The stick is far more important. Nope. Time to drop the stick. I need the fruit. I'm great at picking fruit. You found some food. You can get special shiny pebble hints in the story so far. You can get special shiny pebble hints in the story so far window for each thing that you eat. Eat it. Okay. Back to holding on to the stick.
I didn't think foxes played fetch.
We're self-domesticating.
And here I thought you were trying to domesticate me.
I need a bigger stick. Something is definitely lurking in this strange hollow. Looks like a grumpy Hesperonicus. You wonder how he can be asleep while snoring so awfully loud. Alright, here we are. Wait, hold on. It's not ripe yet. Also, we tore it up. Alright, here we go. Crab on a stick. Here we go. Mission crab on stick. Haha, mission accomplished. Okay. This game thinks exactly as unhinged as I do. I am loving it. I've got a crab on a stick. And I need that crab on a stick in order to get a pine cone. So...
It's an amazing weapon and a handy food supplement in danger. When you're in an emergency. Look, I'm fucking tired.
Crab. Grab this for me. And I will unstick you. Bastard. You never knew pine cones can be so painful. Nevertheless, it's sniffed and ready to collect. What? More food? No. Okay. I am not carrying that much. I don't know, I just knew I needed the pine cone, okay? Ooh, okay. Pine cone, meat tree resin. I don't know why I need to make the pine cone sticky, okay? I just need to make it sticky. Flowers with tree resin. Okay. Leave the pine cone there. No, hold on, I need this different pine cone. Aw, yeah. Second pine cone get.
Honestly, all I can see with you and point-and-click adventures is, do you remember the, Battle Train episode of Adventure Time?
Yes, somewhat. Where each of each of the rooms gives a loot that's wonderful and inspiring and really cool, and also totally useless.
And there's Jake sees him and Finn in the crystal ball, and they're both, like, just slathered in fucking armor and shit. Wait, no, I've got a better one! Right, playing point-and-click adventures like...
Send that one to me on Discord. Throw pine cone. Bitch. I wonder if I can offer food to these weird eyes. Because it's regrowing this often.
Yeah, I think it's so you can get infinite hints.
Fair. Oh, I can't. I've apparently managed to find every single pebble in this location.
Have you talked to the Weird Owl thing?
Hey!
Throw the pine cone at him!
I am trying to talk with the cone. Bitch.
Okay, so I don't think you're allowed to throw it.
Not allowed to be that rude, even though I am a sassy animal. Maybe it... Get my collection of pine cones over here.
Okay, use the pine cone, one of the pine cones or the flowers on the sturdy leaves.
Every time I tried to use something with the leaves, I get the "you decide to leave them for now" message. There's nothing over here. The elderly turtle asked you to acquire one for her secret mixture. Okay, I haven't talked to the elderly turtle.
That's probably where the elderly turtle comes from.
Probably. Fine. Drop it. Pick up this.
if there aren't that many fucking uses for it, then... Use the flowers on the owl?
It's an option. It's pine cone on a boulder. Nothing happened. The latest trend in dino fashion, white flowers. Oh, here we go. Yo! Haha! Yo! Whoa, easy there now. I just want to ask some questions, that's all, honest. There goes my sleep. Alright, but you better be quick about it, lizard lady. Do you know how to get to Wajapolka? Wajapolka. I do want to get there. Tough luck then, kid. You're going to have a pretty long walk. You're not even on the right side of the river. You should be dragging that yellow hide to the bridge. Where's the bridge? Beats me. Fuck off. Don't look at me like that. What I'm saying is, the journey ain't gonna be safe or short. You better properly prepare yourself for this kind of adventure. How do I fucking leave? I want to log off. This forest gives me the creeps. How do I get out of here? Well, if you get to the northern part of the woods, then... No woods. I want to get out of the forest. Southern and a northern part. Since you're on the wrong side of the river, you need to find the bridge first to cross it, then finally leave this place. Also, where the hell am I? Scattered woods. It's got a waterfall view. But it used to be popular. Preparing myself properly. I would like to carry around more than one object, it's true. Gotta make myself a backpack. Something big and durable, leaves, and some kind of strap.
Some kind of strap, you say?
Yeah. Not that kind of strap. I don't know what you're thinking, but not that kind of strap.
Aww.
I need these
What
leaves.
can I say? You've got me tagged.
The startled inhabitant comes slowly out of the cave. It's a turtle. Oh dear, did I wake you up?
No, I wasn't sleeping, to be honest. I've been having a hard time getting myself to sleep lately. What are you doing here so late at night anyway, dear?
Well, long story short, I wandered too far from my hometown, and I guess I got kind of lost. I'm a little weirdly blushy right now.
Oh my, that's horrible. What's your name, and where do you live, dear? I will hunt you down later.
Name's... Sniff. From Wajapolka. Wajapolka. I'll admit, it's a bit far away, and wandering around the woods, especially at night, isn't the safest thing to do. Why don't you stay at my place until it's dawn, dear? Thanks for the offer, but I feel I already overstayed my welcome at the nearby glade. Not to mention, it's really late, maybe you need to get to my home as quickly as possible. Yes, I understand. Can I take these leaves? I need them. All these, they are just temporary cover until I sew my new decorative curtains. Go ahead, you can have them. If you want, why do you need these? I thought they might be useful. I need to take everything that's not nailed down. Do you know how to make a backpack? durable, as well as some kind of strap. Is this your place? Swimming is not an option. Pine cone and some white flowers. And her husband has been missing. Pterosaurs. Second floor basement. Simply stop visiting these parts. I hope he comes back soon, or at least writes. I really hope this isn't like the case of the missing husband from that other detective game that we talked about earlier. Disco Elysium. The name escaped me for a little while. That is the case of the missing husband section of Disco Elysium is definitely one of the. This game shows how it's actually really, really, really well written. And pulls no punches. Alright, time to go get the pine cone. Is it this one? Yes. Why, thank you, dear. This will surely make a great mixture. Something that will help get my business back on track, I hope. The big boulder. Behind that boulder is a hidden path. And if you search the place, you'll find it with ease.
You've got to get behind the rock.
I've got to search the rock. Alright. I need some kind of strap. Aha! Pieces of vine.
Oh, before I forget, you want to do plane ticket tonight or tomorrow?
I need to make it sticky so I can make a backpack out of it.
Right, you don't need to make everything sticky. You're turning into me. It could probably wait till tomorrow, because what's it gonna do? Become more outlandishly expensive if we wait a fucking day?
Make yourself a small backpack. Yes.
Wait, well, what was the yes do there?
I can carry 5 items in my new backpack. I don't remember. I honestly do not remember. But it's past 9 p.m., so... onwards to the next area.
Past 9 p.m, so right tired. Well, I should sleep very soon.
After a bit of walking, we've missed Mom's birthday. Everything is fucked forever. Eventually, we'll make it safely to the bank of Riven Na. However, in the time it took you to get there, the sun already came up. Fuck. Path back to the forest is safe, so it'll be easy to go back anytime. I accidentally dropped... Aww.
What did you drop?
The brown circus
Aw.
cone.
You're probably gonna be able to go back and get another one because you probably don't need it for this area, maybe?
I feel like it was not so much an I didn't need it, as in it was a red herring because it was easy to get, and that would have told me, you need the non-poisonous one. Anyway, save game.
Ah, yep.
It is time to be done for the night. Okay, everybody. Today has been an absolutely lovely stream. I hope you've all had a great time being the chicken palimps and the freelance dinosaurs. Continue with something on Friday. Mwah, love
We
you all.
still have the last leg of Alexander to do, don't we?
Yes.
Alexander.
All right. Good night, everybody.